So I'm just going to record this, and then that way I can send it. I can post it in Canvas. Okay, so we have the level 1, which is the rooms division. That one requires 18 credit hours. The food and beverage management is 21 hours. Then this is what's called the select service property management. So this is the level 2 certificate. So it's a few more classes. And then finally the AAS, the full associate's degree. Okay.
That level 2, does it require you to take like English and math and all that? Or is that just for that?
So the certificates don't require any general education courses. That's one of the major differences between a certificate and an associate's degree. So the certificates don't require any general education courses, but the associate's degree does. Okay, and so so if we take a look here, I'm just gonna highlight on the associate's degree. Let's say let's pick a color. Let's do red. Okay, so this one is going to be red. So we have front office, guest room, intro to hospitality, professionalism, and then legal issues right here. Financial management is 2332 and 2305. Okay, so that's the red ones. And then I'm going to go ahead and go into blue. This is for the principles of food and beverage. So again, we still have intro to hospitality. So you see how some of these you kind of like double dip a little bit. So basic food prep, beverage management, beverage management, 2301. Okay, legal issues, we already have that as well. So that applies for that. And then professional cooking 1300 right down here. So anything that has a blue on it, you'll get that level 2, that level 1 certificate, right? So if you do the rooms division, which is just the red, by adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses, then you have that principles of food and beverage, right? So that second certificate. Another way you can look at it is if you go for the food and beverage certificate, if you take 4 extra classes, the 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 red ones, then it basically means you have that second one. So now let's do green for this one right here. This is the level 2 certificate. So again, we have front office, we have guest room, sanitation and safety, professionalism, intro to hospitality, and then financial management, 2332, legal issues, 1340, principles of food and beverage, which is 2301. And then we add in our practicum here. So see that level 2 certificate adds in the practicum. And then we have facilities management, which is, here we go, 2337. And then the 2305 is that management leadership.
So pretty much I'd be just almost halfway done with all those courses and just would have to do a few classes for the associate.
Yeah, so for the associates, let's go ahead and do pink just because it'll stand out. So the only ones that you need to add for one, your English. So again, these are all of your general education courses.
What was
The very, very top one, or this one, the one that's circled in pink,
the first pink one.
is philosophy, intro to ethics. So it's a whole, I mean, so with the general education courses, we are to be an associate's degree in the state of Texas, right? What we call the Higher Education Coordinating Board. They're the governing body that says this is what you need to have an associate's degree, to have a bachelor's degree, right? And so for the associate's degree level, you have to have an English, you have to have a math, a computer, and then you have to have philosophy, like, or ethics, and then one course from the humanities, like sociology or something else like that, right? And so that's where you have these classes, like those pink general education courses, those 5 classes, okay? Then for our department, you take catering, convention, and marketing. So those 3 extra classes in our department. So 7 extra classes and you have the full associate's degree. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's kind of how everything is kind of built and kind of stair stacked on top of each other. So you can come and get the rooms division and then get your food and beverage certificate, the select service management, and then the full hotel management. Okay, because at a select service property, they're not going to have a convention meetings, right? They're going to have marketing, but maybe it's not going to be as big of a marketing department or sales as a hotel, right? A full service hotel. So it really just kind of adds those, and the same thing with catering, right? A full service hotel is going to have catering, whereas a select service property is not going to have catering. And so that's going to, adding those 3 classes in our department, plus your 5 general education courses, then you'll have your full associate's degree. And you can apply for graduation at any point. So you can apply for graduation for a certificate, and you can get a cap and gown, and you can walk across the stage and get your certificate of completion for that course, level 1 certificate or level 2 certificate. And so if you want to do this every single time, and you want to walk the stage 4 times, then walk the stage 4 times and have a party. Yeah, you can do that, because if you think about it, there are some people who, students here at St. Philip's, who they're the first person in their family to ever go to college, right? And so if that's the case, earning that certificate is a huge deal, and it's a huge accomplishment that's going to lead to that associate's degree. And so you may not walk for every certificate, but you may walk for your first certificate and then walk for your associate's degree. It does. It does mean something. If you were to go into my office, the certificate of completion looks just like my diploma. It just says certificate of completion instead of associate's degree. And so the piece of paper itself looks the same, looks very similar. Again, like I said before, people in the industry and HR professionals, they may not understand the difference between a certificate of completion. So that's why I feel like on your resume, it would be a good idea to list your certificate of completion when you finished it, like the year that you finished it, but then also show that you're still working towards an AAS, because they recognize associate's degree. And then they may ask you in an interview, well, what is this certificate of completion? And you can explain to them, well, this is a stair step too. I've started taking some classes. I haven't completed my associate's degree, but this is kind of like my checkpoint along the way to show that I'm on track to get my diploma.